What you are about to see is a Hall of Fame level meltdown. Here's a preview. I'm Tyler Zed. Welcome to Zeducation. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to my channel and welcome to another SJW episode. This is a series we've done for a couple years now, and we cover things like this. We cover this hysteria. We cover this behavior that clearly does not change anything. It just makes you and your cause look very silly. But this behavior is becoming more and more common, which is crazy because we saw how it went in 2016.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Obama.
So today, we're going to go over that meltdown, the Hall of Fame level meltdown. It's right up there with the best of them. We're going to go over that, along with some other craziness in this woke era that we are in. And as always with these videos, if you cringe, you win. It means your brain still works. It means you know none of this helps bring people together. It doesn't help change things for the better at all. And before we get into today's video, if you meant to subscribe to this channel in the past, please just double check to make sure that you still are. And if you are new here and you like the content on this channel, please make sure you are subscribed and have the bell clicked for notifications when new videos are uploaded. Now, on to today's video. If you cringe, you win. Go. From BLM. Point of view. Listening to Biden declare, the answer is not to defund the police, it's to fund the police. Hashtag State of the Union. Oh, man. Biden really did say that. It's quite the turn from the 2020 Democrats running, to defund the police, and it's just crazy, That's what Biden does, though. Says he's going to support you, and then he throws you to the curb when it's not politically viable. Who would have guessed that a career politician would do something like that? Huh. From NPR.
Some white people may choose thumbs up yellow because it feels neutral. But some academics argue opting out of thumbs up white signals a lack of awareness about white privilege, akin to society associating whiteness with being raceless.
There you go. If you use the yellow one and you're white, you're bad. You're wrong. Take it from NPR, mainstream news site. You're an idiot. Adele slammed for telling gender-neutral award show she loves being a woman. How dare her? How dare her? Oh, man. Now I'm triggered.
If you're non-binary and you know it, clap your hands. If you're non-binary but you're actually gender fluid, but you don't want to explain to people that your pronouns change regularly because your gender is that freaking fluid, and you don't really care either way what pronouns people use, except for certain days where you feel super masc or super femme or super androgynous. But you also don't want to bother people with having them try to remember what pronouns you are for certain days, and even you don't really know most of the days, so you just sit there like, sure, whatever you want to reference me as. Clap your hands.
It can change? That's a thing? Like, it can change from day to day? Get with the times. University of Kansas to offer course on angry white male. This course charts the rise of the angry white male in America and Britain since the 1950s, exploring the deeper sources of this emotional state while evaluating recent manifestations of male anger. Freaking angry white male! Ugh! Angry white males. You can learn about them in college now. It's crazy, right? This is 2022. Just uniting people, bringing them together. It's amazing. Northwest Missouri State University. To commemorate Women X History Month, Northwest will host a variety of activities throughout the month of March. The theme of this year's celebration is providing healing, promoting hope. Women X History Month. Look at that, guys. It's not even Women's History Month anymore, apparently. Women X. Just another Monday at my job.
My matters. Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
Great time. Have a great time, ma'am.
Black lives matter. My matters.
You make no sense. What is
Her
wrong with you?
pieces don't matter, but her
Nope.
her
Okay, all right. That's totally logical, reasonable behavior. Obviously. If you're so certain that skinny privilege isn't real, then surely you'd have no problem becoming fat, right? Nothing would change in your life. You'd just be fatter. What? Yeah, next. We're not even gonna address that one. That's dumb. If you're uncomfortable with a woman having a penis, maybe you're not mature enough to be dating. I feel really bad for anyone in the dating world right now. Anyone in college, like, this is what you gotta deal with. Why women are often worst hit by climate change. Huh. BBC News, what's their logic here? Secondly, women don't have good enough representation at climate talks to have their say on effective solutions. Even though the whole face of the thing is Greta. Greta's the whole face. The hell are you talking about?
How dare you?
Everything I say about gender is influenced by my whiteness, which is obvious, but there's an interesting second part to this. The rejections of gender and gender roles that I create and embody will still come from my whiteness, those acceptable to my constructions of self as a white person. I will likely uphold and encourage white beauty standards and see and more immediately accept other white rejections of gender. Essentially, even the most critical analysis of gender I have will still be white, and white gender rejection can and does uphold whiteness and white supremacy. Queer appropriation of African American vernacular English is one example of this, as is mainstream exclusion of fashion excellence in black representations of masculinity, while celebrating white men for having basic hygiene as if they're revolutionaries. Of course, that's not to say we can't attempt to take in other viewpoints, but it's still going to be a fundamentally white perspective. Even this is a white perspective. It's literally the only one I can give you. So if you want to learn how other people construct and deconstruct gender, you need to learn it from someone who doesn't look like me.
The dots connected, the reasoning, the logical, it all makes so much sense, That's a thing now. Guys, accept it. Accept it, you bigot. Prolonged pandemics have historically been accompanied by cultural change. What if we could use this pandemic to undo the cultural homogenization that white supremacy and colonialism have forced upon the world? Be bold. Choose what your future looks like. Brave. So brave. A first round of applause for that one. So brave. Get rid of cultural homogenization. Gotta do it, guys. Gen Z gals on growing out their body hair. It's sexy and empowering. Is it, though? Is it sexy, though? Is it? Do you get to even decide that? Like, honestly, isn't the person who is supposed to be attracted to you get to decide that?
Hi, I'm Cody. I primarily go by E, M, or Z's on pronouns, but I'm comfortable being referred to using any neo-pronouns that are not Z here. And a little bit about who I am. I am a white, transmasculine, femme, non-binary, disabled, neurodivergent, obsessive-compulsive, chronically ill, Unitarian Universalist, raised Jewish, non-monogamous, demi-low romantic, gray demi-bisexual, survivor of acute and complex trauma, millennial, and cat parent in mental health recovery. And yes, I read them off a list. Because part of the point of introducing myself like that is that it would be ridiculous for me to expect anyone to remember all of those things about me.
Yeah, I'm not carrying a list around. I'm sorry. It's just not going to happen. Libs of TikTok, by the way. This is where most of these clips look like they're coming from. Go follow that account if you don't. A lot of this madness on there. People need to see this stuff, guys. We've got to be aware here. If you are conservative, moderate, apolitical, do not have your political affiliation listed, I am not interested in you. Get away from me. All right, well. Fellas, conservatives, apoliticals out there, centrists, libertarians, sucks for you. You can't have this woman. Don't even try. Periodic reminder that, quote, treating and preventing obesity actually means trying to conversion therapy fat people into becoming thin people despite zero evidence this is remotely possible. What? Zero evidence. Follow the science, guys. Follow the science. Mount Everest is too white, black climbers claim. Huh. I guess snow is racist? Black female high school student is identified as vandal behind racist graffiti that saw Sacramento High School's water fountains scrawled with white and colored. Wow, so it was a fake hate crime. Real ones exist, absolutely, but it seems like these stories are more common than not. It's like the demand for racism outweighs the supply. Clearly in this situation, that's what happened here. It's very sad, very, very sad. Eating vegan diet promotes white masculinity, sociologist argues. Vegans out there, I knew it. Frickin' vegans.
I keep falling asleep reading this study, which is basically on toxic masculinity in environmentalism. Because, like, we know studies are interesting, but when you're really tired, like, they can be dry. I'm gonna finish reading it tomorrow. It was a study with 960 people, and men are less likely to recycle or use reusable shopping bags instead of plastic bags, because that's seen as feminine traits to them, and it threatens their masculinity. It's a bag, because caring about the environment is seen as a feminine trait, because stereotypically women are supposed to be more nurturing, aka nurturing the planet. There's so much more in the article I'll probably post tomorrow, but imagine your masculinity being so fragile that you would rather contribute to the overproduction of plastic, which is a monumental problem, than carry a reusable bag. That's really embarrassing for you.
It's like the freaking toxic masculinity, man. Carry the bag, man. Like, dude, freaking A, dude. Although, I think maybe we just realized that recycling, for example, is actually a really big scam. Like, a very small percentage of it actually gets recycled and can actually be recycled. So like, just freaking toxic freaking white males, man. Patriarchy and capitalism destroy women all the time, Lady Gaga tells Jake Gyllenhaal while reflecting on Patrizia Gucci. It ruins us in a way that I think people don't always see. Lady Gaga, capitalism destroyed you. Patriarchy destroyed you. They're just keeping you down. Lady Gaga, one of the biggest stars in the world. Tough luck, Lady Gaga. Sorry. Transphobes are worried schools are installing litter boxes for furry students. It's like, that's fake, right? The litter box thing, that isn't real, right? Right? Pregnant man, pregnant person emoji coming to Apple iPhones. Thank you, Apple. Thanks for helping out here. Thanks for doing this for us. Non-binary pride flag women t-shirt. Non-binary pride flag men t-shirt. Wait a minute. I think something's not right here on this listing. What? Black trans lives matter. Oh, man. As whatever, man. While Russia wages a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, the U.S. Army is mandating its soldiers submit training on gender pronouns and the treatment of transgender soldiers. Yeah. Now Russia and China seem to be teaming up. Seems like that's happening. I don't know. And I know that doesn't happen in the Chinese army. Wonder how this is going to go. We're going to be so strong going in, And now, guys, we got to get back to the intro and this Hall of Fame level meltdown. I told you there was more to it, and here is the epicness. Here it is. Poli-sci major. Amazing. I feel like it's poli-sci majors. I don't know what it is about that major, but most social studies majors. And let's just, one more time. How, no matter what this guy's saying, I don't know exactly what this guy said, but how does this behavior produce anything meaningful in the conversation? And how is it going to get anyone on your side? I want to know that. I really, honestly, truly want to know that. What do you think about today's wokeness? What do you think about all of this? You think about the change in times. How much of this is for the better? How much of this is uniting people? Let me know in the comments. While you're down there, even though there's not much to like in this video, please like this video. Please help me get it recommended to others. That's it for today's video. Until next time, I'm Tyler Zed, and this is Zeducation.
Idiots.